Hello, this is Cody Channel, and I'm back to give you an astro update for the new moon in Leo occurring at 7:41 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the 18th of August. So right away, when I look at this new moon energy, it's at 27 degrees of Leo, and so the sun and moon are there together, making a direct connection and a conjunction with the fixed star Alphard. So this fixed star appears in the constellation of Hydra. It is known as the heart of the snake. So it is the most passionate and also most poisonous or most painful area for us. It is showing us sometimes painfully and sometimes chaotically what it is that we are most passionate about. So passions will be flowing, and this is definitely a time where a lot of people are going to feel as though they are ready to be heard and are very fixed in their opinions. So it's a great time to do a lot of writing and speak your truth if that is what feels in alignment with you. It is also a time where, because of this energy surrounding the moon and sun, you will find there's this beautiful portal that has been open since July 4th, really, or if you want to talk about the Sirius rising, that would be on July 26th. So all this energy of just honestly the sun and the nearby constellations and fixed stars illuminating, supercharging, regenerating our cells and our body and our DNA. So we are very complex beings, obviously, and we have so many energetic planetary happenings around us and within us, right? So the planets vibrate what is happening around us, and they are more of a mirror than actually a control, right? So we're in a symbiotic relationship. So having this fixed star Alphard here is just showing us that it's important to look at and to tend to our passions with responsibility, because there's a lot of wisdom that is pouring down. Right now, you're given an opportunity to tune in with your highest self. So the aspect of ascension has been a very popular topic, and it is the basis of my astrological practice. I teach astrology for the new timeline, and so when people ask me about this, I explain to them how it was explained to me through my guide. So ascension is essentially to be of service, which means that there are obvious timelines and a timeline shift happening at this moment. However, if you do experience these higher states, which you will notice, you might feel less emotional when talking about certain things that might really open someone up emotionally. That's, I feel, a really good indicator of where you are ready to help be of service or to help teach or to be creative in that area. However, with ascension, it is going in and taking the lessons that you've learned and this higher state of consciousness and realizing that it is going towards being of service. This is a great time to make an intention, plant seeds of beautiful, powerfully motivating and exciting ideas and projects that you can contribute and that will keep your energy up and your spirits high while we watch certain ideas, institutions, and things crumble. So when we go into the day of the new moon, I suggest you can work with the colors yellow, gold, orange, or green as far as your candle magic and any sort of spell work that you might be doing. When you go into this new moon energy, I suggest really looking at the things that have held you back and the things that have been big triggers for you, and either paint them all or write them all out and rearrange the story so that you can feel empowered and see where in the story emotions might still be lying. So this is the work I've been doing for a long time that is involved with going back and looking at your emotional triggers and then working them through until you can see that you feel less emotionally attached to them. So it's a big moment for passions to run high and people's emotions to run very deep and strong. So it's a great new beginning for those of you who are looking to get involved with new relationships. And it is also bringing a sense of responsibility and commitment for those who are already partnered up. So we will be seeing a lot of this sort of dynamic and passionate energy, creating all kinds of new ideas and projects. And this is all coming in before Virgo season, where we can really do a lot of this sort of like cleaning house, sweeping, and designing and getting our programs and our offerings and our needs, desires, and boundaries in order so that we can grow those ideas that we are so passionate about. So yeah, and obviously music projects, art projects of all kinds, even if you don't usually do that kind of thing, it's so soothing to your spirit, and your spirit guides and highest self a lot of times will communicate through sound, through thought, and expressing yourself in any way is so important, especially when you look at where Leo is in your chart. That would help as far as if you are looking for where you want to set this intention, right? So for me, it's in my 4th house. And say if you are Leo rising, this new moon would be to give you a reboot in how you want to present yourself and what kind of human you would like to be. And it will be a very physical energy if it's in your 1st house. The energy of the Leo sun is asking us, and this is a very important topic that I have found, it's asking us to embody and fully commit to being present, which most people struggle with. Including myself, right? It's hard to be so present when the world is very chaotic. So the sun is demanding attention and presence and embodying and checking in with where you are before you attempt to do something, right? So feeling into your body, making sure that you are ready to go and ignited. I believe that astrology is a template for us to reach ascension. It is a map that shows us where we need to work and gives us clues of where we can grow and what sorts of energies we're bringing into this lifetime. And it does move in an upward spiral that clears away past karma as we actually alchemically, energetically transmute the blockages. So ascension will be a process, and it has ebbs and flows. And so when you want to look at what might be holding you back, you can look at Pluto, Chiron, and your south and north nodes of the moon. Those are taught by evolutionary astrologers as very important points in the chart and planets in the chart that will help you to unlock and uncover the truth of your soul, your mission on this earth, and your healing capability and the connection and a greater connection to the spirit world. Chiron is retrograde in Aries, And that is a really hard placement for Chiron to be. It wants to express itself. And while it's retrograding, it just feels like no matter what, that its ideas or its passions are being stifled. And so I think because of the fact that it is Chiron, it's showing us that we're painfully aware of how destructive we are on this planet as humans. And we're painfully selfish right now because that is the entire way our society brought us up. They separated us and taught us to all take care of just ourselves, and it was such a big deal. And then we realized how with this kind of like muzzle over our Chiron, our pain, that whatever band-aids that society loves to slap on us, we will be bleeding and internally will be suffering if we do not let out this energy. Astrology is giving us the opportunity to change and course correct where we see needed. And that takes me into my card reading for the collective, which is, of course, the Lovers. So this is all about passion. And I think for single or committed people, it's important to really connect with other people and honor and show affection and appreciation for the loved ones that you do have. The Lovers card, I find, is very symbiotic with this energy of the Leo new moon, addressing that we all deserve love and we all have the ability to connect with others on a passionate level. So do what makes you inspired and be around people who make you feel more passionate. The Justice card just always gets pulled lately. So obviously the Justice card, the vibrational message is to speak your truth no matter what, even if it isn't the popular opinion. None of us came to Earth to be in a popularity contest. We came to learn. But at the same time, our truths are often a part of a polarity system. Any word said can be strung into this polarity, right? So it's very interesting because my advice for the Gemini North Node was to sort of listen more than speak. But at the same time, it's such a divinely intelligent year and a half of basically us receiving information instantly. So with this Justice card, we are being called to, stand our ground, speak up for ourselves. And that's a lesson that a lot of us need to learn, and we cannot skip that part, right? So the human experience is full of all these fun lessons that are interconnected, and I think right now a lot of us are having to speak up in areas that we might not have before. I know I've always been very wary of that, personally. So, but that's because I have South Node in Libra. So anyway, we go into the last card, which is the Ace of Wands. So how beautiful. What is the creative project that you are doing? You are being divinely blessed and guided to pursue this project and put all of your efforts into it. Anything born of passion will create a rewarding and magnetic future for you. So with this last energy of Saturn in Capricorn, giving yourself the structure that you deserve and the ability to function in your own home, in your own life, and in your own job, if you're a boss, making sure that you're ethical. And this is sort of a time of reflection where we can weed out any of the things that are energetically causing harm to the earth, which is the opposite of what any of us would want. But a lot of us are unaware of how much our existence can affect the earth negatively. So right now is a great time to streamline, make sure your practices are helping and assisting in the age of Aquarius, because the age of Aquarius, or when Saturn goes into Aquarius, we will be challenged to become more and more self-sufficient, and the responsibility will be shifted to the individual. At the same time, I am an advocate for all kinds of assistance and aid for individuals, in case you wanted to know my opinion. But I am also, spiritually, I believe it is 100% the responsibility of the individual. And so we are kind of going away from this notion of leaders, superiors, and praying, in a specific way, or we're moving away from this notion of spiritual leaders or religion, which is in the Sagittarius world, and we're going towards this spiritual sovereignty with the Gemini North Node and the age of Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius. So the Saturn in Aquarius, people who are going to be experiencing their Saturn return will be part of this massive awakening that's happening over the next 3 years. And this cycle will completely transform all of us. So I'm so excited for the wild ride, and I hope that everyone takes a moment to connect through their heart space on the new moon. And again, if you would like to get on my email list, my email is hello@codychannel.com. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a beautifully blessed new moon in Leo. Thank you.